Now, let's recover down by the river as we meet our final expert today. Samuel Mwema is here on behalf of Eco.Business Fund. The river borders Godfrey's Shamba, but is slowly drying up. Samuel has come to give some advice on how to protect rivers and streams by creating buffer zones. And I promise you, there are no numbers involved. Now, this is your riverbank.
Yes, sir.
So it looks small. Is it usually like this?
No. In some years back, this riverbank was very big, very wide enough. When we were young, we were swimming here as a pool. After there, we drink the water.
Can you do it now?
Because it was clean.
Because it was clean. Yeah. But right now, when you drink, you go to hospital because the water is dirty.
And now we can just walk across it.
It has shrunk because of most of the people, as population increases, they cut now the trees around.
Generally, rivers are very important.
Yes.
Because they are the source of waters that we use. And the riverbanks are actually the natural protections to the rivers. Yeah. When you disturb the riverbanks, then you are going to get the result that we are getting here. You can see pronounced erosion. Look at the bank, eating away, being ate away by the storm waters.
Yes.
You can see even that block of soil just came from the wall.
What should farmers do to conserve the riverbanks?
Okay, the first thing is to ensure that they do not disturb the areas along the riverbanks. But for the areas that they have already disturbed, to conserve them.
How far from the river itself?
For those who are doing farming, 30 meters. For those who are planting trees, about 10 meters. Yes, they should live either side of the riverbank.
Both sides?
Yes.
So what is the collective term for preservation of riverbanks and other areas?
We just say we create buffer zones.
Buffer. What is buffer zone?
Buffer zone is that natural zone of vegetation that you leave between a riverbank or to a natural forest of vegetation.
Buffer zone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's walk along and see more.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is what I was saying.
Yes.
Buffer zones are very important. Like you can see that this farmer put these are exotic trees. They are eucalyptus.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about eucalyptus. Should they be planted on the riverbed?
No. Eucalyptus are very good trees economically, but they are exotic. So when you plant them next to the riverbeds, you have already interfered with the original vegetation along the river.
Eucalyptus trees should not be planted close to the rivers or lakes as they take up a lot of water and might dry up your water source over time. So what do you recommend?
I recommend the indigenous trees. Yes. Next to the river is the bamboo.
The bamboo.
Normally it's a very good next to the river bank. And then of course you do indigenous trees depending with the ecological region that you are working with. Because now you are doing them artificially, they can give you some economic value in the future.
Yes.
So what do you want us to plant today?
Yes.
We can do those indigenous trees that are good for tropics, like the mereworks.
But for the riverbanks, we do bamboo. That's what
next to the riverbank.
Bamboo is the best.
Yes.
Okay, let's plant that. Let's go and plant that.
Okay, thank you.
Samuel has brought a selection of local trees that will grow well in this region. But make sure to choose trees that will grow well in your area. If in doubt, contact Shamba for advice.
Yes.
Here I've seen we have Bridelia, very nice one.
Yes.
Fast growing, good with buffer zones along the riverbanks. And you can get very good fuel wood and timber.
Yes.
Let me present you with this.
Thank you very much.
And then we have the mighty baboon.
Giant.
This one we put at the river bank.
Yes.
It is good for water purification and also is fast growing in 3 to 4 years. You get some wood. You can make some money from this. Yes, a lot of it. I'll hold on to this. And this one, this one purifies the water now.
Wow. Yes.
It will no longer be dirty.
Wow.
Then we have this Wabungia ugandensis, what they call the Kenyan greenheart tree. This one is highly medicinal.
Yes.
All kind of
diseases. Yes.
Shall we take our staff and start planting?
We take the watering can and then we go and plant.
Yeah, we plant that for Aroe. Let's go.
Yes.
When planting trees, first choose a spot where sunlight can reach. and the trees are spaced to grow. Dig a hole at least 60 by 60 by 60 centimeters. It should be deep enough to allow the roots to point directly down without bending. It is best to plant trees at the start of the rains. Mix the topsoil with well-decomposed manure and fill the hole back up. Remove the plastic covering and plant the seedling in the middle of the hole. Compact well, making sure the soil is firm around the roots. Water the seedlings and place mulch around the stem to help hold the moisture in the soil. Then step back and watch it grow.